Sage is here. Welcome back to Valorant Esports Beginner Guide EP3. In the previous episode, we talked about some terms used in Valorant Esports broadcast. I know you can't wait to use the knowledge you learned to watch a match now, so today, let's watch a match together. I know for newcomers, watching a full match can sometimes be overwhelming. There are a lot of things happening at the same time. The economy, the strategy, and the commentary. But don't worry, today we'll only start with the basics. We'll only focus on the key rounds and important plays, try to help you understand the full match in the shortest time. In this episode, we'll be looking at Game 3 of the Grand Final at Masters Santiago 2026, NongShim vs Purple Rex. First, let's take a look at the scoreboard. The scoreboard appears at the start of each round to give viewers a clean picture of what's happening in the match. On both sides of the scoreboard, you will see each player's weapon, armor, and ability purchases of the round, their remaining credits, and their ultimate ability charge process. In the center, we can see each player's current KDA. K, D, and A stands for kills, dies, and assists. That's how many enemies a player has eliminated, how many times they've died, and how many times they've helped a teammate secure a kill throughout the map. Now let's look at the element at the top center of the broadcast screen. This is called the HUD, or heads-up display. The timer in the middle is a countdown showing how much time is left in the current phase. In each round, you will first see the buy phase countdown, then the countdown for the attacking side to plant the spike. If the spike gets planted, you will also see a defuse countdown for the defenders. On either side of the timer, you can see the two teams competing in this match and their current round wins. Below the round score, the diamond icons represent how many maps each team has won. We can clearly see that NongShim has already won 2 maps, while PRX doesn't won any. Since this is a best of 5 series, meaning the first team to win 3 maps takes the series, NongShim just needs to win this map to close it out. Even though this is the pistol round, NongShim is pushing very aggressively. We can use the team panel to check who is still alive and how much health each player has. We can see NongShim still has 3 players up, though RB is on just 4 HP, which is extremely dangerous. While on the PRX side, only Devil is left standing. PRX still has about 50 seconds left to make something happen, which is actually plenty of time, but with only one attacker remaining, the odds are heavily stacked against him. Right now, Devil is hiding inside his own smoke for cover, and there he goes. He picks up 1 kill, but unfortunately, all 3 NongShim players have their crosshairs aimed at the same angle, so he immediately gets traded out by the rest of the team. This is exactly what we talked about last episode, trading. And with that, the round ends on Devil's dice, giving the defenders the win. Round 2 begins. Now you will see the round history panel appear above the scoreboard. The green icon tells us NongShim win round 1. Meanwhile, the scoreboard below has updated to reflect each player's loadout and KDA for this new round. Because NongShim won round 1, they received a stronger economy bonus, so their players has already buying upgraded guns. On PRX side, they are mostly stuck with the basic pistols. Watching the minimap during a match is one of the best ways to quickly understand what's happening across the whole map. Since the broadcast can only show one player's point of view at a time, a lot of action can happen simultaneously off-screen, and that's where the minimap comes in. On the minimap, each player is represented by their agent's icon. A green ring means they are on the defending side, red means attacking, and the thinner yellow ring means whose first-person perspective we are currently watching. Eliminated players appear as an X on the map. You will also see certain abilities visualized here. For example, smoke claws from smoke abilities, and activable abilities like safer strip walls and camera. The spike is shown as a yellow triangle. and the areas where can be planted are highlighted in light yellow on the map. The attackers lost to 2 players early, but they managed to trade 2 defenders in exchange. The problem is that they spent a lot of time without committing to a side. Now there's only about 1 minute left on the clock. After some initial probing, the 3 remaining attackers finally group up and commit to pushing B side. On the defending side, Danby is the only player holding B side, but he's positioned extremely well, covering what is essentially the only entry point for the attackers. From our spectator view, we can see the attackers highlighted in red, but from Danby's perspective, all 3 of them are still hidden behind the wall and invisible to him. And there, he spawns movement and fires. Misses the shot, but this is crucial information. It signals that the attackers are committing to B side, which means the other defenders should immediately rotate over. We can see on the minimap that 2 more defenders are rushing over. Envy pushes into B side first, carrying the spike, but gets picked off immediately by Danby. At the same time, you will see the kill feed appear in the top right corner. It shows who just eliminated who and what weapons they used to do it. But Danby doesn't make it until his teammates come. He gets traded away by Devil. Devil plays it carefully though. He knows he should be picking up the dropped spike and planting, but he also knows defenders are probably watching it. So instead of walking straight out, he picks, chips away an ability and gives away his position in the process and get killed in the second later. In round 3, the attackers finally manage to find the spike. When the spike gets planted, there is a global kill that everyone hears. You will also notice a stat appear at the top of the screen showing the historical defuse spike rate for the attacking side in the past matches. This round finally goes to attackers. PRX gets on the board. Some agents has abilities that work similarly to flashbangs. When a player gets flashed, you will see this visual effect appear on the screen. The fading white circle represents the flash duration countdown. As you can see, being flashed seriously compromises your version. Danby gets killed here because he simply couldn't see where the enemy was. Timeout. Each team gets 2 technical timeouts per map. There are also technical pauses available if a player equipment issues. We are back in the game and NongShim is already landing 5-1. PRX really needs to find a way to turn this around. Let's take a look at the round history panel here. Round 7 has a slightly different icon. The range symbol means the defenders won by defusing the spike. The other circle and X icons you've been seeing represents wins by eliminating an entire enemy team. NongShim has been absolutely dominated. By round 12, the score has reached a brutal 9-2. So why we are stopping here? Because in Valorant, each half is 12 rounds, and at halftime the 2 teams switch sides, attackers become defenders and vice versa. A full map goes to 13 round wins. The reason for this design is to ensure both teams get to play both attack and defense within the same map. Welcome to the second half. NongShim is now attack and the PRX switches to defense. Let's see if the stat swipes changes PRX's fortunes. Here comes the final round of the map. There's a mid-duel right at the start, 1-for-1 a clean trade. NongShim has already entered and taken control of A side. Francis, nice shot. He's holding the exactly angle PRX has to come through to retake, and he picks up 2 kills. He and his teammates then uses their number advantage to push out and eliminate the lost PRX player. Congratulations to NongShim on the win! Hopefully this walkthrough made watching Valorant Esports feel less intimidating. And if it's your first time to watch a VCT match, I'd love to know which round is your favorite. Please leave your answer as comments. If you enjoyed this beginner guide series, there will definitely be more esports content coming soon. I will see you in the next match.